Yo, what is up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, the K-Gun Report, Season 3, Episode 42. We're having a little bit of technical stuff tonight. You know, we got them playoff jitters, but we got a huge announcement. We want to talk all about our boy Damar Hamlin coming home to Buffalo. We want to talk about the Patriots, the Dolphins, all of it. So we're going to hit this intro, get to cracking. Let's go. Yo, and here we are. I am your host, Swank. Below me, right here, the one and only Scooter Magooter. What's up, Scoot?
Hey, what's up, FLX Mafia? What's up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium? What's up, Bills Mafia? And what's up, Bills fan base?
What are you talking about, Scott? What are you talking about?
Well, that's been the huge surprise that we've been keeping from you guys for the last couple of weeks. Jarrod, Swank, and myself at 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, the K-Gun Report, has joined Buff fan base. We are partnered up. We are straight live streaming to them. It's a nice joining of great potential. I can't wait to see what comes of it, and I'm just excited.
I mean, it's an elite cast of characters, you know, and with this affiliation comes the fact that we're sponsored by, every show on Buffalo Fanbase is sponsored by none other than 26 shirts. 26 right up here, right there. Amazing, man. Amazing. Jarrod, what is up, dude? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. I went on paternity leave, came back for a couple weeks, and then 2 weeks ago, Damar was injured, so we didn't do a show. And the week before, I was sick, so it's been a while. I'm glad I'm back. FLX Mafia representing between Cuca, Canandaigua, and Seneca Lake. We're all here. Can't wait to talk Bills football. And yeah, fan base, man. It's exciting news.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys can hear it, Jared's microphone and headphones took a vacation too. They're about a week late.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, my poor dude, man, he comes back. It's one of the most anticipated shows that we've had all season, right? We're going into the playoffs. We're announcing like this great partnership. And unfortunately, right before all of his mic and equipment go. But I kind of like the reverb in the room noise, bro. Like, you're killing it. Yo, we got our first comment over from our affiliate here and the Mafia Sports Report saying, welcome to the family, go Bills. How about that, man? Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Good to be here.
We got Ellen Lartz, Patrick Hughes, Lonnie Cook. We got Doug, Rob Mullen. What's up, brother? We got Mike V. We got Josh Williams. What's up?
What's up, guys?
Diana Kirkdorfer. Congrats. Thank you guys so much. Doug saying congrats. All the love. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you hate to sound cliche, Swank, but it's one of these things. Tank. We'll call you Tank. That's your new name since the partnership here. No, but none of this would be true and be happening without the participation, the constant support that we get from our fans over there. And, you know, this is just as much yours as it is ours. And let's enjoy this ride.
Hell yeah. Well said. So we got a lot of big stuff that's going on, man. Like, I'm very excited that, you know, since our last show, right, we took a week off because we wanted to honor our brother, Mr. Damar Hamlin. And knock on wood, man, it's so good to come back to this Tuesday's K-Gun Report knowing that he is in Buffalo, he is in good spirits, he is all positive news all around, because it was pretty shaky there for those first couple of days. Yep. And, you know, we kind of talked before going live tonight, and we absolutely want to touch on it and talk about it. But we don't want to dwell on it, man, because I feel like it's beautiful how the Mafia and the nation and the NFL and all these sports clubs, all these everybody's come together and unified underneath this. And the story is just, it's uplifting in that respect. And I really want to take the positive away from it. But we're down to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you haven't heard, like I said, Damar's in Buffalo. He's in Buffalo General, I believe.
Yep.
And he's doing well. So, Jarrod, you got anything you want to say about DeMar?
Yeah, just that he's doing well right now. He's still got recovery to do, and I know the prayers and all that stuff is still going his way. Um, yeah, what a week of mixed emotions. As a 41-year-old man, I didn't know how to feel besides sadness. I think what I did is I broke it down. I think it finally clicked to me. I think Wednesday night or Thursday morning is before I met my lovely wife Sarah. The football was my therapy, was my way to get out, even if the season's going on or not. There's stories to follow, there's players to follow. And these players have always been somebody I looked up to and watched their stories and cheer for them. And then now, when not only does one of the people that I look forward to seeing every Sunday go down, but the teammates go down too, it's like I know what it is. It's the fact that they've helped me get to a Sunday and get through the week where now I can't help them. So that's what my emotions of that when it finally clicked with me that that's what it was. I felt better. And to be honest with you, I didn't want anything to do with football after the injury. I just wanted DeMar to get healthy and all the players to get where they need to. And then when DeMar came through with, did we win? And then more comments as the week goes on, the football part of me started creeping up again and building. And now we're back to it. We had a game this past Sunday, playoff time. And if the players are ready and DeMar's ready, I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Scooter, you got anything to add? Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot more to add, but go ahead, buddy. What do you got?
No, I'm gonna second Jarrod there. He messaged me that same exact thought, and I think that's what made it clear for me. Now prayers, and for those that do believe or who don't believe, DeMar's family believes, the Hammond family believes, and it works for them. And it works for us. And, it's keep him coming because he's still in the hospital. He still needs him. He's still got a road ahead. But, I'm telling you, what a story. So happy he's breaking through. So happy he's coming through it. And one step at a time for us as fans and him as someone that's in the hospital still trying to recover.
Our boy Rob Mullen saying answered prayer uniting a fan base, the NFL, and the country. I think that's the most amazing part of this. I mean, aside from the fact that we all know DeMar is on the right path right now, right, and taking positive steps. I love that story, like about him waking up and asking if they won, writing on the piece of paper. I love the story about seeing our boy Hines break that game-opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Like literally the most amazing, couldn't write it any better scripted play in the entire like history of the NFL, right? Like it's one of those sweet stories that you only get to witness once every 15 years. And he killed it. And the story of DeMar leaping out of his bed, cheering, ripping out all of his monitors, sending alarms down, it's amazing. It's amazing that a week ago we were in such a different spot than we are right now. And I'm sure there was like, for me, like just a little bit of guilt for even wanting to enjoy football, even like look into the future in the playoffs, because it wasn't about that. It was about DeMar. And I think you can see it in the players and stuff now that like DeMar is alive and he is doing well and their spirits are up. And now that next step, he's in Buffalo. Like everything is really, really going in a good direction. I think it's great for the team, man. It's great for the fan base, great for the country. So big up to our boy DeMar. We're so glad that he's okay and getting better every day. And I think that's about that, right?
I think it is.
Hell yeah. Nicholas Flack, what's up, brother? Amazing how everything is going for DeMar. Our brother Brent says get the cracking. We already are, man. We're right here with you. Ellen Lartz, Bills versus Patriots game is on right now. Oh, really? Must be on the NFL Network or something. Sweet. Yo. Buffalo Spartans in the comments.
This is Sparta.
Our brother from another mother. What is up, Buffalo Spartan? What's up? We will move on. That's right. Let's go. We had a game this last weekend, guys. We had a game. We played the New England Patriots in Buffalo. One of the most memorable games in recent memory for me and for us. I mean, it just, God, man, such a good game. A little tight in the first half. the second half, everybody showed out and exactly who they were, and I loved it. All those threes going on, the 3 interceptions, the 3 touchdown passes. I know people that were there, and they said it was just an amazing day. Let's do some game
Heck,
balls.
even the kickoff return that the last one that had returned from the Buffalo Bills was 3 years and 3 months prior.
I know.
So, I mean, that's just nuts. Josh Allen announced that in his post-game presser. And he got a little emotional about it.
Yeah, man. And what a leader, We can talk. This was what kind of the thing why we wanted to, like, keep it moving, because, like, you could really just talk about it for a whole show. And it's also, like, something that, like, we've all been indoctrined with all week, right? Like, everybody's been glued to Twitter, the news, like, what's next, what's happening, where is he going to be, press conferences from Cincinnati, all this stuff. And, I don't know. You just can't say enough about McDermott and the leaders on this team, and Bean and the medical staff and all that. So, amazing. Completely amazing.
Yep.
So, let's go around and do some offensive game balls. Jarrod, with your janky setup right now, I want you to just let all that go. Let the janky go. And give me your offensive game ball for the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills.
All right. The wonderful thing about I don't know if everybody knows, but I just had my 4th child recently, and I do the show in my dining room, and sometimes we have a little background noise. My little guy's going now. Right now, he's crying.
It's a great night for Jarrod.
I know there's 3 parts of the game. There's offense, defense, and special teams. So I'm going to give it to Nyheim Hines because technically he's a running back. 2 kickoff returns. He's the one that got this game going with the emotional uplift that was already at the stadium, but that just was the punctuation mark right there. Bam. I wish I was there to just feel the emotion and feel the crowd as the energy just flows through there. Again, 4.3 speed, kickoff returner. We're going to see him during the playoffs, hopefully coming out of the backfield a little bit more, catching balls and running the balls. But I tell you what, getting him earlier this year, people are questioning it, but he has added a security blanket for the punt returns and kick returns, mainly punt returns to catch that ball to give Josh Allen the chance to get the ball rolling with that offense. But the security that he has when he catches those balls is simply amazing. And then more touchdowns, and you can see why. There was a comment in 24/7 Buff Pandemonium of it looked like people weren't running as fast to catch up to him. Yeah, because he's a 4.3 speed guy. Everyone looks slow against 4.2. So I'm going to give my ball to Nyheim Hines. You've got to start trying to kick the ball through the back of the end zone now. And
I'm going to go ahead and say that that should have been a defensive game ball, but special teams, I mean, we'll give it to you, man. You're having a rough day. We'll give it to you.
I mean, defense and special teams are in the same notch in fantasy football. So, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Swank.
Yeah, that's okay. Man, great call. I mean, one of the studs of the game. Absolutely. We could talk about this for a second. They didn't want to kick it to him, and they kicked it out of bounds. I mean, so the dude returned almost 100 or 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then netted a 40-yard gain for his team. And that's the seriousness of having somebody back there that can handle their business. So amazing, great pick.
And that kickoff out of bounds doesn't count as a stat for him, but you might as well turn it into that 45-yard return for him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of them things.
Absolutely. All right, Scooter Magooter. What's your game ball for the offense? And pick an offensive player, will you?
I'm going to pick an offensive player. Welcome back, John Brown.
Hey.
One catch, 42 yards, and a touchdown. I know there was other stats, James Cook, blah, blah, blah. Everybody had a little bit to do with it. There was touchdowns scored, but I got to give it to John Brown. Josh Allen attempted to him a couple weeks ago, went deep and failed, but this play was epic. Brian Van Slyke, there you go, my friend. This play was epic. Not only did Josh Allen get flushed out of the pocket, but he realized that the safety high took Gabriel Davis as he was coming across the middle, and he sent John Brown deep. And I'm telling you what, John Brown saw him, went deep, and Swank and Jarrod, to be honest with you, when I saw John Brown come into the picture when the ball was thrown, was like, oh shit, he overthrew him. God, and all of a sudden he adjusted. And not only is John Brown's speed still look the same as it did 3, 4, 5 years ago, but that's a very difficult over the shoulder catch. And he brought that in. Momentum changer. It's something that he needed. It's something that Josh Allen needed. Game ball. John Brown, welcome back, man.
He's still got that speed, man. He's absolutely still got that speed. That picture of him laying out, did you see the still picture? Yep. He's like flying parallel to the ground, full layout. I mean, amazing. And he gave the ball to the medical staff that performed CPR on DeMar, like after he scored the touchdown, celebrated, went right over and gave it to him. It was a beautiful moment. What do you got, Jarrod?
I saw a picture, Swank, real quick, of that layout, and everything is black and white except for John Brown. He's still got his colored uniform on. It's a sweet picture.
That's awesome.
If we get a chance to watch this play from the end zone view, Josh Allen's rolling out, and he just throws one hand up to go deep. And John Brown, if you don't think this kid's fast, watch what happens as soon, because he's coasting over the middle, like trying to keep up with Josh Allen, as receivers are supposed to do. Once Allen says, bam, he turns on, goes in the fifth gear, and just flies down the field. And now the Miami Dolphins have to watch out for him. That just adds to the resume coming into the playoffs that John Brown is sparking here a little bit.
Well, something interesting that I love that I never knew, and maybe it's because of the drought and all that stuff and the fact that, only in recent history have we been in the playoffs as much as we were in the 90s, right? The call-up for the practice squad starts over completely, and you have unlimited call-ups. So that means Beasley, Brown, you can bring them up as many times, together, not together, however you want to do it. You don't have to sign them anywhere, And I think that's huge, especially with, some of the struggles that we've had with certain receivers and a little inconsistency. And I would like to step back for 1 second and say some of the alarms and the, I don't know, bad things that have been tweeted and talked about this team. If you start running numbers, this offense has not missed a beat. They've won more games. Josh Allen, they've won more games and played less. Josh Allen has
tougher schedule.
200 yards short of his total from last year and missed a game. One less interception, which everybody's talking about as interceptions. Red zone, I know the red zone's a big deal.
I'll say it's when it's happening.
Yeah, but less. Highest, let's see, PFF had him as the highest ranked regular season quarterback. This is not cause for alarm. We're going into the playoffs on a 7-game win streak. And I don't think you can find one more team that has more motivation than the Buffalo Bills do right now.
Agreed.
So my game ball offensively is going to that man, that beautiful, beautiful man, Josh Allen. Thanks for giving me the low-hanging fruit. Honorable mention, Stephon Diggs, but I'll try and sneak a little bit of props to him in with this. Josh Allen's accuracy is insane. His elbow is getting better. I know he floated a couple high, but that one, it was like the first or second pass to Stephon Diggs where Steph was going down the left sideline, and it was like he turned with his arm like this, and the ball was just there. Like, I don't know how you cover that. Like, he's running, he turns quick, it's already in his arm, and he's gone. That touchdown. You want to talk about a bomb? Anybody can argue that John Brown touchdown was improvised and he's motioning him where to go. My buddy Kyle was at the game. He said John Brown already knew. He was already heading for the end zone before Josh even pointed his finger. And so there's that kind of backyard play. That Stephon Diggs play, that was just on a rope, a beautiful ball. Like, what more do you want from a wide receiver quarterback duo? He didn't run quite as much in this one. When he did, some was good, some wasn't so good. I like that he's not running as much because that means Jimbo Cook is getting some more touches, and he is looking fantastic right now. Another honorable mention, but I'm not gonna get greedy.
You know what I love about that Stephon Diggs touchdown, Swank?
What's that?
Is when he saw the ball was in the air, he stopped looking at it and was like, "Oh shit!" He put his head down because he knew he had to catch up to it. I saw that. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Look at he had to put it in another gear to catch up to that ball, and it was perfect. Perfect pass. Some are dubbing it his best touchdown pass this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So,
Yep.
all right, let's switch over to that defensive side of the ball. Who do we got for game balls over there? Let's start with you, Scott.
I got to give my man Trey White a game ball for his first interception of the year.
Yeah.
Trials and tribulations he's been through, ACL tear, guys. And, I'm going to defend a defender with an injury before I defend an offensive player. Defenders react. So as far as the ACL, the knee, even the Achilles tendon and all that stuff, offensively, your body is ready to make a move. You're prepared for that next move you're making. Defensively, it is on the fly. Your legs may not be in position to make that next step to change direction. And for an ACL tear to come back, take his time, and actually start coming back to play in his Pro Bowl caliber, all-pro caliber defensive back style, it's coming in at a perfect time. Dubs to him. Props to him. He's come a long way, and he deserved to have an interception in this regular season. So game ball to you, Trey White. Welcome back. Congratulations. You worked hard. You deserve it. Let's win some playoff games.
I love it. Christian, Swank, is your mic low? Hard to hear you. Thanks for the heads up, brother. It's been a little bit of a hectic night going into this, and I just turned up for you, so let me know if it's better. Ellen Lartz, are the shirts going to be available for purchase? If so, put me down for 2 in medium size. We talked about it. Listen, we're going to start a new process with our T-shirts, and I think, we might just give you a little preview of what they're going to look like on here, and if you guys want to order them right then and there, we can pre-order and start them there. Let us know what you think about that. This was definitely an idea. My boy Scott, well, both of my guys, Scott and Jarrod, surprised me and had these made up while I was on a little staycation here this last weekend up at Sodus Bay. But if we get enough interest, absolutely, man. We were just more worried that we wouldn't get them back in time for the playoffs and stuff. But if people still want to rock them, absolutely, let us know. I say if we get 20 pre-orders, we'll definitely do a batch. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
All right. So if we get 20 pre-orders, you guys put your size, and you can message Scott or 24/7 or whatever, and we'll keep track of them, and we'll figure it all out and get them going. So.
Yep. Let's do it.
Sweet. Patrick Hughes, Trey just saving his best ball for the playoffs. I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Mullen, defensive game ball. Leslie Frazier, halftime adjustments were spot on. Got out of the 4-2-5 and switched it up. I agree, man. They look so much better the second half. Before I take all these nuggets away from Jarrod, Jarrod, what's your defensive game ball, buddy?
Well, my defensive game ball is going to go to Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker. If we can remember a little bit of the Cincinnati game that we watched, it felt like the Bengals were a little bit more physical than our Buffalo Bills were Monday. And then everything went down, and then we had this long week, and then we got good news, obviously. But then what I saw Sunday with Tremaine Edmonds is his physicality at linebacker increased. He was filling holes, taking on blocks, shoulder to shoulder, meeting him at the line of scrimmage. And I think he had 8 tackles. I think I'll look over here. He had 8 tackles. 7? I had 8 written down. I think 7. Hold on, one combined. But I have 8, so we'll run with that. That's a good number. But so he was a tackle machine, and he almost had 2 picks. He had 1, but he almost had 2. And that goes back to what not only us have been saying, but a lot of content creators have been saying, is that he's a crazy coverage guy in the middle. He's got the wingspan, he's got the speed, and he can cover anybody. And it showed Sunday again with his defending the passes and 1 pick and almost 1, but he was actually laying the lumber on blockers, not only the running backs, but blockers. So Tremaine Edmonds gets my pick.
There you go.
Hell yeah, I like that one, man. I think that Tremaine's gotten a bum rap, especially in this offseason, and pretty much through his whole career. I know you'll listen to like certain podcasters and radio personalities kind of go back and forth about like his technique and what he does and committing and kind of not being grown into his body and actually playing 100% of his capability. And I attribute that always to him being young. And I think this year is absolutely his year. Like, he's had a phenomenal year as far as I'm concerned. I think it's his best year in the NFL. And, man, that pick was great. Like, he's a beast, man. He's a leader on that defense, a very important piece of that defense. Something to keep an eye on. Who was the linebacker that just got a ridiculous contract today?
Roquan Smith for the Ravens,
For
5
the
years,
Ravens.
$100 million.
Highest paid linebacker in the game currently. And
Yep.
so that's something to kind of keep your eye on when we're talking about Tremaine Edmonds and a possible contract. Hopefully he'll be nice to us.
And that's $20 million a year.
Yeah,
guy's
absolutely.
The Bills' defense has been top 5 for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a team, but he's the guy in the middle doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Christian, he agrees with you. He says game ball Hines. Patrick Hugh says tackling machine. Yeah, I said it. What do you
name? I'm over the track. Yeah, I said it. What you need to do is get back to.
Of course, I got to give it up to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I posted in the comments on YouTube and over on Facebook. If you want to pre-order these shirts right here, can somebody give them a good shot? My mic's in the way here. There we go. It's got the 3 for the D and the DeMar, our little logo underneath it. $15 any size. If you're going 2X or larger, add another $2 on it. But other than that, yep, $15. Looks like.
And please PM us or DM us. That's the easiest way to keep track of it. So if we can get 20, we'll go ahead and run it.
Hell yeah. We got people in. They're throwing in the comments, so they'll be there. Jarrod, that's your job. My defensive game ball. My defensive game ball is going to Mr. Taron Johnson. You guys have given me the low-hanging fruit, man, and I appreciate you guys for it. Yeah? That dude is a dog. What?
Is your sound off?
Who?
Jared's.
Oh, he's probably muted. I think he was just showing his frustration. Taron, man, did you guys see his post-game interview with Tremaine?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
my God. Tremaine was like doing his thing as a leader of that defense, you know, answering questions, and they were going to Toronto every once in a while. But Tremaine was saying something, and the camera's in on Tremaine, and he's just like, yo, you know, we're just a bunch of ballers. And then you hear Teron in the background going like, facts. It was like he was this hype man, just like, and I don't know. That dude is a machine. He is so underrated in the NFL. One of the best slot corners in the game. He was hitting everything, just, I don't know, all over the field. He's got wheels. He's got great instincts. He played his ass off, his absolute ass off. And I love that dude, man. I absolutely love him. So
Huge fan of him.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not be, right?
And then he just extended his contract too, so we got him for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. I mean, I think the most important thing, and we're going to get into this very shortly here, but the most important thing heading into this game for me is going to be this secondary. And I think going into the future of this defense for future Super Bowl runs, the secondary is going to be a huge part of that. So,
Agreed.
That's our defensive game balls. Anything else about this game, Scooter? You got any final thoughts about that New England game?
My final thought is just showing up, and that was my biggest concern. I hate to go back to it, but I personally wanted to see how the team was going to react. I knew they would react in a positive way after hearing the good news of DeMar Hamlin, but just to see the feeling I got from home, the kickoff return, and just seeing the smiles on their faces made me calm down a little bit, relax a little bit, and understand that our Buffalo Bills are very resilient as a team, and they've come back, and this is the game they needed, and they're going to carry on some good mojo and good momentum into the playoffs. I just wanted to see that, and I couldn't have been happier with the first 10 minutes of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerry, you got anything?
Can you hear me yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Glad I'm back. No, I mean it's a good way to end the regular season, and now it's the second season, and this is real. This is for real now. Bill's got to pull everything together and play the perfect games now. Even though doesn't matter which opponent you're playing, upsets happen all the time in this league, especially the playoffs. And there are a couple teams that can do it in the playoffs this year. So they got to strap it on and play hard. Playing in Buffalo, I don't know what the weather looks like, but
playoff time. 25 with a chance of snow.
Oh, I heard mid-30s, 3 to 5 mile per hour wind, no precipitation. When did you get your report?
Yesterday.
I got mine this morning.
So, updated.
Yep. But Patrick Hughes, Jarrod's mic problems make me feel like I'm watching an old Japanese Godzilla movie. We'll have that rectified by next week, I promise.
Oh, yeah. Shit happens.
It does, man. And you got to roll with it, right? I mean, it could be worse. It absolutely could be worse. Mm-hmm. I would go ahead and say that this show is way better than the first couple shows we ever did.
You ain't kidding. Do us a favor, guys. It's on YouTube and all that stuff. Go back and check out season 1.
Yeah, check out season 1. That's an idea for a show that we've had in the off season where we all sit around and just watch like the first episode that we ever did this. Like,
and roast each other. I am a Bills fan. Go Bills.
Our Buffalo Bills are playing. Chicken Wing says, game ball goes to special teams. Buddy, my boy Jarrod already gave it to Mr. Hines, and I believe the special teams unit and as a whole.
Well, they tackled him inside the 20 a couple times too, so that was nice as far as the kickoff team goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was something fun. There's a lot of people putting in for T-shirts. We appreciate you guys so much. Rob Mullen says washing cold in quotes. They must shrink up on you if you're washing warm.
Yep.
Oh, man. So
chicken wing.
We're getting into this next segment, which is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing a playoff game this weekend. We're playing a 1 o'clock Sunday playoff game against the Miami Dolphins, who wish it was colder, ironically enough. And there's a lot of questions going into this game, and this time it's not us. There's not a lot of questions on our side of the ball. We had some big injuries, right? We got Vaughn, obviously, Micah Hyde, DeMar. But these are injuries heading into this Sunday that we already knew and have adjusted for, for the most part. I'd say Dean Marlowe also came in. That's an honorable mention and did a nice job this last week.
He did a good job. Yes, he did.
And it's super, super nice having a guy that's familiar with the system that can just step in and do it up. So, yeah, we're looking forward. There's a lot to talk about. Tua, their running back game, their secondary. They are banged up to beat the Bills? Nah. But if you remember that first meeting, it was about 174,000 degrees, and the Bills were playing like their towel boys and training staff because everybody was hurt, and it seems as though the football is on the other hand. What? Sure. I was shoe on the other foot, football on the other. Okay, whatever. Jarrod, tell me what you are most looking for out of our defense against the Miami Dolphins offense this Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Well, this past week's game ball for me went to Tremaine Edmonds, and Taron Johnson got yours. So I'm looking for the continuation of a physical game by our linebackers. We didn't even mention Milano's interception this past week.
I know.
Usually is the guy who sticks out in that linebacking core. Edmonds and Taron Johnson did it this week, and Milano still had a good game. So I'm looking forward to these three linebackers plus those front guys. Dog shaking his head. Just dominating, and they're going to have to against this run game with Wilson and Mostert. So that's Leslie Frazier always comes up with something good. He's seen the team twice already. He's going to have something special lined up, and you always got to throw. I don't care who you are as a sports person, as a player, you got to throw that number 3 in the factor too. That he's going to be on that defensive side, for the rest of the season. So throw him in there. Leslie Frazier's game plan and linebackers playing shut the lights out, and that's what I'm looking forward to see is a lot of banging going on.
Ooh, all right.
A lot of banging.
I mean,
pre-game, post-game.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Yeah, man. I think you're going to need to have an aggressive defense. I think hopefully where we're looking right now, and I don't really care. I got into this conversation today at work. I don't care who's QBing for them. I think that right now where we're at, there's going to be a lot that needs to happen for us not to at least have a little bit of like no win in us, you know. Like, I mean, I think this team is so motivated and greased, and I think it's time that all these mistakes got shaken loose, and they go in there and you get Josh Allen playoff in January at home kind of football, and that's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard to go up against. But I think the secondary needs to pop. I think this defense needs to pop. I think Leslie has to have a very solid plan. I think they should plan for playing Tua and then dummy it down if Teddy's in there. Like, that's my that's my game plan if I'm going in, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think, Scott?
I don't think Tua is going to play, and I don't think Bridgewater is going to be the starter. I think they're going to stick with Skylar Thompson, even though he had a very bad game. He managed the game against the Jets. That was something horrible to watch. It sucks to watch playoff football, playoff indicated football play out like that. But I don't know. I think Leslie Frazier is going to dial in a consistently pressured defense. The sacks slowed down a little bit, but the defense still shines. The defensive front four still shines this year. Russo, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones had 74% of the snaps last game, so they're relying heavily on him for that run defense. Jared Mostert might be out, man. He hurt his thumb pretty bad. There's no way he's carrying the ball. Broke it.
Comments over here. The Fandemonium's keeping me updated. Broken thumb. And if he does, it could be something that goes against ball control or hanging on to the ball. So
Waddle is injured. And who knows if he's going to play. He's questionable at this point. Terran Armstead, they're two right tackles. This offense is not looking healthy at all. And I can just see Leslie Frazier going ahead and getting those linebackers involved. They brought a couple blitzes this last game. They did. And I love to see it. And I can see that being a difference in what the defense looks like in the playoffs in comparison to the regular season. But defensively, Swank, I just want to see that secondary just become a little more uniform as far as being able to cover the deep ball and keeping an eye on Waddle if he plays, and Tyreek Hill, obviously, with his speed. Even he came up limping. So who the heck knows what kind of offense is going to be there in Buffalo. But I just want Leslie Frazier to earn his stripes this week, come up with a good game plan, get everybody involved, and make life miserable for second-string, possible third-string quarterback.
I like it. I like it all.
And can I throw this out there real quick?
Nope. Yeah, go ahead.
There's been news of something special coming to Buffalo in the next week.
Yep. Let's go ahead because I've seen this question popping in the comments, and I was listening to One Bills Live earlier, and I have an answer for the question that's been asked multiple times. But do we want to go around and speculate about what the big announcement's going to be?
I think if it was the Micah Hyde thing, I think we would have heard that he's practicing. So I'm going to throw that right out.
So I'll go ahead and just jump in really quick. It is not Micah Hyde. From everything that I've heard, he wants to come back, but the doctors told him before the surgery they were going to have to save him from himself. He was going to feel 100% way before he's actually 100%. He cannot get hit where they had the surgery. To fully heal. So my best guess, and this is Steve Tasker and Chris Brown talking about this, Micah was on 3 weeks ago. He is done for the season. He will not be here in the beginning, like the end of the 2022 season. 2023, it looks great. They said it takes 6 months for that injury to heal after surgery. And unless a miracle happens, he by the end of February would be 5 months.
Yep.
So
I brought that up because I heard a lot of rumors, but like I said, we would have.
That's what I was going to say. So
yeah, we would have seen him practicing already. It's not like he's going to come in and show up and play against Miami. I am with Jarrod. He kind of alluded to it with his little gesture there. He's still in the hospital, but potential discharge and a presentation. This guy might be on the sidelines.
DeMar.
Yep.
So for me, that is not something that
it's not happening,
for.
Guys. Anybody listening? It's not happening. I'm just that news is what I think is going to.
I like it. I like the idea of it, but to me, that's not like something that you would tease as an announcement, like a big thing in the works, right? Because how could you really tell that? But I like it. I like where your heart's at with it. Jarrod, you got any input ideas on this?
No, I see a lot of Von Miller coming back. That'd be something, but no, even if we've all seen DeMar and what he's been saying on Twitter and social media. For him to show up at a game in person, I'm not so sure about, but maybe a live feed on that big screen.
Oh, Jesus. That would be awesome. That would get those fans so pumped.
Yeah, that would also be cool. Again, I don't think it's something that you can really plan with his state, right? What I think...
I was going to say, Swank, the anticipation is killing me.
I know. I just like teasing, man. We're in this new partnership. If you guys are late, man, we're part of the Buffalo fan base right now. We're sponsored by none other than 26 shirts, man. Like, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? This thing that we built from the ground up, been doing it for 3 years, over 100 episodes, and here we are sitting with the best of the best, right? And feeling part of the Buffalo fan base is amazing.
Hell yeah.
You like how I'm still dragging it out? My best guess, my 100% sincere best guess, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and debunk. I don't think it's OBJ, all right? I don't think it's any of that. My best guess, my best Swank guess, my serious Swank guess.
Just say it, man.
I love this so much, dude. I think Jordan Poyer is getting his contract.
There you go.
I think Jordan Poyer is getting his extension, and I think that's something that they could have in the works, that they could tease a little bit if they're real close. And then, I think that would be something, if you needed another reason to root hard for him. But if you're looking at it, man, Poyer being healthy in that secondary is one of the bright spots. Between him and Trey getting his feet underneath him now and really starting to up his game. I think that's what I think it is.
Okay.
So
I'd be happy with either way, either one.
I got to shout out Andrea from West Palm. What's up, Andrea? And Juanita from Arizona. Thank you guys for watching. We got some late arrivals, but, I love you guys.
We love you all.
Ryan Hickman, what's up?
There you go, Ryan. Hickman. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Guys, I just saw someone else watching. I think he dominated your fantasy football over there, didn't he?
Hickman? I can't hear you. Oh, no, I can.
Okay. All right, Frank's on. Frank Mullen's on. The champion, the winner.
Yeah.
Didn't he win?
Oh, yeah.
Frank Mullen won the 24/7 Buff Pandemonium Fantasy League. And congratulations. The first annual. And we are putting together something special to send you, right? We said we were going to do something like that. So, Frank, be on the lookout. Send Scott your address, and we're going to put together a bunch of goodies. I
know where he lives. I've delivered shirts there. Frank played me in that final game. You're welcome.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. See, as soon as I got kicked out of the freaking playoffs, I was like, get out of here, dude. Done. Absolutely done.
Look at that. Kelly Maroshin is from Largo, Florida. Guys, we're coming live to you from the Finger Lakes region, and we're reaching all over the nation. That's awesome. Welcome to the K-Gun Report.
Yo, our boy Robbie from Let's Talk 716 Sports.
What's up,
congratulating
Robbie?
us on our new affiliation and saying, hey, Scout, shout out to Scott. Or, hey, Scout, Scooter.
Hey, Scout, Scooter.
Shout out
Call me
Scott.
whatever.
Hey. That was me stumbling over my words. There's Frank right there. Super late, my bad. Dude, you're the fantasy champ. You can be as late as you want.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about offensively. The Buffalo Bills. What are we looking for out of this offense going into this wild card weekend, you know, what do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? You know,
Right.
What do you think, Scooter?
I want Josh Allen to, before
Win.
this season started, Josh Allen owned the Miami Dolphins, and it wasn't just with the wins; it was with the stats. I want to see that happening. I want to see that come back. What a perfect time. We can all reminisce about the 90s Buffalo Bills playing against the Miami Dolphins in the playoffs. We finally have that back. Josh Allen, get it back, get those stats back, own these guys like you have in the past. And I just see this offense running on all cylinders and being able to utilize the running backs out of the backfield. John Brown going deep. Cole Beasley, who didn't get any snaps last week, maybe becoming a presence in the slot receiver part. I just want to see it all. I just want to. I don't know. I didn't see him on the inactive.
I think John Brown got pulled up. I think he said because I think what happened was they couldn't pull him up one more time, or else they'd have to sign him.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So with that being
Sorry
said,
to interrupt you.
nope, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to see the offense be explosive like they have been the previous Miami games. Week 3, they still had 500 yards. They just didn't come up with a win. So I just want to see that out of Josh Allen, Ken Dorsey, who's been being tugged at by these other organizations because they need a coach now. It's too early, if in my opinion, guys. I love Ken Dorsey, but I don't think he's proven enough to be a head coach yet. But Ken Dorsey, prove your worth. Call the right plays. Josh Allen, do what you do in playoff football time, and let this offense take off. That's what I want to see. I'm not going to pick anybody in particular. I just want to see this offense take off.
I like it, man. Real quick on that Dorsey thing, man. I can't believe he's getting some nods this early. But I will say that we could go to the off-season first episodes of this season, the K-Gun Report, way back when Dorsey was being in consideration for the offensive coordinator for the New Jersey Giants. And I believe the three of us collectively said he would be a fool to leave and go to the Giants because after one season in Buffalo, he could probably get a head coaching job. And I would like to find that soundbite. What's that, Jarrod?
I will find it.
You're the man, dude. Jarrod is our videographer, editing, iPhone using, amazing dude that does all the reels and the little clips of everything. And yeah, it's great. He's had his little 12-week vacation there, you know, not doing much, not a lot to do with 4 kids. So what do you think, Jerry?
So, playoff time. It's Gabe Davis time. I'm looking forward to seeing Gabe. He snuck in a little bit this week. The passes have been a little off to him, a little bit too much out of bounds, so he's not doing his toe drag swag that we've come accustomed to. But I think Gabe Davis is going to finally start showing his playoff capability as he's done in the past. And this past week, Isaiah McKenzie had 4 or 5 fake jet sweeps. Look for Dorsey to just open up that playbook, and you're going to see the running backs getting a lot of passes. Screens. I don't think we saw one this weekend. The jet sweep with McKenzie. Shakir caught his only ball for 28 yards down the field. Caught every ball was thrown his way. Starting to click. Dorsey knows that. It's time to play football. It's all going to come together. There you go.
Thanks for bringing it up, Jarrod. You lose, you're out. So now it's time for Ken Dorsey to just go ahead, and there's no hiding anything in the playoffs. You win the game to advance. Everything needs to come out. That playbook needs to be wide open.
Hell yeah, man. I think if they are holding back the way everybody hopes that they're holding back, that this is just a clinic free-for-all. Every single thing they have, I want them to just put their foot on their throats and score. And I don't know. I think that's the perfect take, Jarrod. I want to see everything. I want to see the jet sweeps. I want to see the screens. I'm seeing in the comments people talking about Beasley, Davis, Shakir TDs. That's chicken wing, man. We got Gabe Davis finding his mojo again from Stevie. More smoke from Joshua Williams. More consistency overall from our boy John Johns. You know, the ground game. There's so many things. I personally really want to see Jimbo. I want to see more James Cook, man. I love what that dude's turned into. I know in the beginning of the season when he fumbled, everybody was like, why is he being benched? Why, he needs to get more touches. How does he get more experience? It was a big controversy, if you guys remember. And I say that tactic paid dividends. He has not put one on the ground since. He has become nothing but a better football player. Like his vision down the field, he's not stumbling in the turf anymore. He's cutting and going. And highest average among running backs in the NFL right now. Like
rookie running backs, James Cook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this dude, I want to see more of him. I want to see him catching balls out of the backfield. Unfortunately, Motor put one on the ground in a bad spot last week. Obviously, I love the 1-2 punch, and I think that's something that he can overcome. But right now, going into this game, who do you have more faith in? You know what I mean? Like James Cook has been very consistent for these last handful of games, and and Motor too. But we talk about it all the time with the talent on this team. There's no room for error. You make a little slip, like they're gonna go the other guy. So hopefully, I want to see Jimbo get some more touches. I want to see Motor get his touches. I want to see Gabe get into that Kansas City playoff divisional round mindset. Shakir, man, that one catch to Shakir, I love that kid. He's amazing. Like, I want to see more of him. Absolutely. Yep. And maybe this is the wrong mindset. This is the wild card. This is the playoff. Like, maybe this is not where you get to see more of Shakir. But it's nice to know he's there, man. Dude's got solid hands, and he can turn a short gain into a long gain.
He's a good blocker, too.
Good blocker.
So I just ran the numbers between the Week 3 game and the Week 15, I believe it was, against Miami. The Bills are averaging 5.1 yards a rush on the Miami Dolphins. That's no joke in the NFL. That's a consistent, good running attack. So I'm seeing some comments in there. Get some running in there. Get Cook involved, Singletary. They can. Miami apparently against the Buffalo Bills gives up 5.1 yards a carry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mean this Bills team that can't run?
They can't run.
Yeah.
They had 90 yards this past week. I think that's the first time they didn't hit the 100-yard mark all season.
It has to be. I think they've had 100-yard rushing games every single game this season.
Which might be the only team that's done that, to be honest with you. I don't know that that's fact, but
have to look it up. Yeah. Andrea says, so is Beasley out? Andrea, I'm sorry. I saw that you wrote this question earlier. He is not out. He's just on the practice squad. He didn't get pulled up this last week. He is now with the playoff run. The practice squad is reset. He can get pulled up an unlimited amount of times without being signed to the 53-man roster, and I would expect to see him. I don't know how far into the future you can go. We go game by game, week by week, but I would think that if you were playing the Chiefs or the Bengals in the next couple weeks, you might see a Cole Beasley resurgence here.
Yep.
In the slot.
It'll all be whoever they bring up will all be depend on game plan and the strategy of how you're going to beat the team you're playing for sure.
Hell yeah. Patrick, you were asking about DeMar stickers. We have been talking about it. I'm just gonna get them. I'm gonna get a short run of them. We were gonna talk at the end of the show. It'll be the same deal as the stickers. That if you want any, they are free. Just send us. Oh, look at you, dude! Look at you. I'm gonna let you do your spiel, but all you're gonna have to do is send us your address. You get a bunch of stickers, man. No problem. Mm-hmm. Appreciate the support.
One is our logo. The other one is Big Boot Babyface Bass. Mm-hmm. It's a nickname that Swank at 24/7 Buff Pandemonium came up with for our kicker, Tyler Bass. Big Boot Babyface Bass. And I say it, Swank says it, Jarrod says it before every kick. So
me and Sarah, man, we sit there, Big Boot Babyface Bass.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Really quick, this is not.
Jarrod's been waiting for that all show, by the way.
Well, he's got his deal at the end, so I appreciate it. I was going to say, I'm not trying to brag. I did not go to a game this season. None of us went to a game this season, right? I do have the opportunity to go to the AFC Championship game. Shall it happen? When it happens. And I am intending on being in attendance. So, whether it's neutral site or Buffalo, my ass is going to be there as long as the Bills are there. And I'm very excited about that. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. So, if anybody's got a donation cup or something I can buy.
Frank Mullen, that was going to be the winner of the fantasy football team was going to go to that game, but Swank decided to take it instead.
Frank, I love you, buddy. You're going to get it like a shirt or something. All right, guys. Let's talk about scores and bold predictions. Score prediction and bold prediction going up against these Miami Dolphins this Sunday at 1 p.m., which I'm so stoked because I got a show Saturday night, which you two should come to. Absolutely.
Where is it?
Local Palette.
There you go.
Great place, great beer. Local Palette, Main Street, Phelps, New York. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm playing, and I booked that show months ago, and I was like, dude, if they put the Bills prime time like Saturday night, I'm going to be so bummed.
You got to call and cancel.
No, I wouldn't. I would never do that to Meg, but, like, I would just be like, oh, God.
Can you imagine them having a TV up in the background, and you're singing your song, and all of a sudden,
they don't have a
stop
TV
halfway.
either. So
that's smart.
Yeah.
Smart business.
Yeah. So, anyway. I was very thankful that it came out and it's on Sunday morning, just like we've wanted for our whole lives. But let's go here. And Phantomonium, please, if you're new, don't be afraid to like, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching. Please follow Buffalo Fan Base and get in on that action. 26 shirts, always have amazing designs and always going to a great charity. You know. If you're new, if you're old, if you're whatever, and don't forget we're doing pre-orders right now. If we hit 20 for these Do It for DeMar shirts, we're going to print them up and get them out to you. So, all that to give these two boys time to think about their score prediction and bold prediction for this week's game. And we're going to start with Godzilla, Jarrod.
Can you hear me? Gotta make sure you guys can hear me before I...
You got me.
All right, so you guys remember what happened last year in the playoffs when the Buffalo Bills played the New England Patriots? We scored on every damn possession we had. Like I said earlier, this is go time for Dorsey. Frazier's licking his chops. They got a little bit of extra oomph. Number 3, look for the same outcome. I know the Miami Dolphins have a couple of injuries that we're uncertain about, but I know for a fact the Buffalo Bills, who have made the playoffs for the last 3 years.
4 out of 5 years.
5 years. They've been there before. They know what they're doing. The players know what they're doing. Look for another whipping. 45-10, Buffalo Bills. Bold prediction. No one has mentioned Stephon Diggs yet today.
I did.
Really? Over 100 receiving receptions, over 1,400 receiving yards. He's had a pretty quiet season.
Yeah, dude. I love that. How many TDs? 11?
Yeah. Give me a bunch of them.
He's going to have a game. Allen's going to have a game thrown to him. Look for Stephon Diggs to get those balls thrown to him, making every damn catch. Over 10 catches for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns.
There you go. I like it. Swanky right, 11 touchdowns for Diggs.
Nice. Real fast, our boy Harold Fuller just tuned in, and he says, I'm just in time for... Here we go, folks. We're in overtime. That's right, folks. We're in overtime. Anytime we go after 9 o'clock, I had to make a graphic because we go late.
It doesn't happen often.
Hopefully, we don't get kicked off the fan base for it, but, you know, they said to do business as usual. We're doing it business as usual.
There you go, business. Jared, what was your score prediction you cut out?
Yeah, you did.
Might change now. 45-10.
Oh.
All right. Good, because mine was 35-10. And my bold prediction was something I alluded to earlier when I was talking about Josh Allen and starting to get that ownership of the Miami Dolphins back. Bold prediction is Josh Allen hits 350 with 4 tutties. I think it's time, playoff time. Let's make a statement. If the Bengals do win this week and we do win this week, we'll be playing the Bengals, I believe. So we need to get hot. It needs to strike. We need to strike fire when the opportunity comes. So let's start off
hot. I believe is what you're trying to say.
I wasn't. Yeah, you're right. I was trying to say that. Thank you for saving my ass,
bro. I'm just trying to help you.
Let's do it. 350, 4 tutties.
Ooh.
35-10.
We're gonna have some fun in a minute, and you're gonna tell me who those 4 touchdowns are going to.
Okay.
For me, I believe, as so many of you are alluding to in the comments, last year we played the Patriots 3 times, and we dismantled them in the playoffs. I don't think there is anything in the NFL right now that can stop this freight train, especially WildCard weekend, especially this first playoff game. And I'm going to say that the Buffalo Bills are going to completely wallop a banged-up Dolphins team, and it is going to be an exhibition in the beauty that is Josh Allen. And I say 45-13, big old Bills ass whooping. And my bold prediction, which is not my X factor, but my bold prediction. My bold prediction is that Mr. Gregory Rousseau, who got a nasty sack right off the bat this last weekend, a nasty sack, and then they had to double team him the whole rest of the game. He's going to just completely chew up that offensive line. And I think he gets 3 sacks on Teddy. Ooh. I think Teddy is playing, and I think he gets 3 sacks. Wild card weekend, Von Miller style.
Teddy was pretty elusive last time we played him. So
yeah, he's getting old though.
You know, being elusive means you got lucky and you got away. It's not going to happen this week.
Yeah, he's slippery.
Yeah,
it's like a snake. Frank Mullen says 38-0.
Boom.
D pitches a shutout. I mean,
like it.
I want to believe him because he won the fantasy football championship. Josh Williams, 65-7. Dude, I love these, dude. I love them. Usually I make fun of everybody for being homers, but I'm gonna lean right into it, dude. I'm in such a good mood. Chris Christian, Josh runs for 2 touchdowns, 34-17. I like it. Let's see.
Get it back, Josh. Get it back.
Lonnie Cook says Bills 32-14. Josh scores 1 touchdown. We have a great game. I think she means rushes 1 in. Patrick wants me to do a cover of the Shout song. If we win the SB, I'm all in on it, dude. I'll do the most produced version of the Shout song you've ever seen, featuring the Reed twins, who have beautiful singing voices, by the way.
Hey.
Paulette says 48-18. Buffalo squished the fish. LOL. Hell yeah. Josh Williams, dude. His takes are amazing. D with 5 picks and 2 fumble recoveries.
Who's this?
Josh Williams again.
Who's getting those?
The defense.
Oh, the defense. Okay. Yeah, I like that stat.
Yeah.
Fife, our boy Fife says 48-20 Bills thrashing.
There you go.
Josh Cook, 42-10 Bills. Another no-punt game. I love it. Chicken Wing, 42-13. John Johns, 31-17 Bills. Bold prediction, Milano and Edwards with 2 sacks each. Allen with 400 plus and 4 touchdowns.
Hey, look at that.
Fife's got Big Greg with 3 sacks. Hell yeah, dude. We're on the same page. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike V, 41-10. Bill stampede over and squish the fish. Allen with 5 touchdowns. Everybody's one-upping everybody. They got the playoff fever. I love it, dude. Absolutely love it.
It's like The Price is Right. $1. $1.
Our boy Robert Bedette, 35-13 Bills. Hudson Valley allegations, 13-33 Bills. Paulette Brown says Stephon Diggs is a beast. Absolutely relevant. I love it. Oh,
what's
man,
up?
We got Jamie Noble.
As I say, what's up, Jamie?
AKA Lady Bills.
Lady Bills.
What's up, Jamie? Hi, guys. Hope all is well. It is. We hope the same for you.
Jamie's a huge Edmonds fan, so naturally she goes Edmonds with 2 sacks. Like it.
2 sacks, 2 picks.
There you go.
Why not? Mario says 34-13 Bills. One good old can of whoop ass. I like it. Chris Christian, my bold prediction is the guys have their microphones fixed for next week's Celebration Tuesday. Dude.
As Jared's talking and no one can hear him.
I know it. Patrick had a great idea for next year's fantasy lineup, like the draft order. We should do the Wheel of Destiny.
There you go.
I think that's awesome. We absolutely should do. Robbie from Let's Talk 716 Sports. Bold prediction: John Brown TD, Josh Allen 23 for 17. He must be 17 for 23. 1 rushing TD score. 35-17 Bills by a freaking billion. He says. And then he said, "Yeah, I said it." And I gotta get. I love Robbie. So
Name, I'm over the track. Yeah, I said it. What you need to do is get back.
You got the completion, the incompletion for damn. There you go.
Man, he's not joking around.
No.
Uncle James says, "Beating so bad we send in our second string." I love it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You guys, thank you so much for all your participation, man. You guys are crazy. Lady Bills, Jamie Noble says 42-14 Bills.
Boom.
Hello?
Huh? What
I hear you.
I got to unmute because guys, I love all these scores because it's obviously Bills winning by more than 2 scores.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And it's
that's what we do.
This defense is coming in to the playoffs with a physical edge, and we saw this past week. So that over all these score predictions, it's great, and I think it's going to come truth. It's going to come up. This defense is going to be shutting this Miami Dolphins offense down.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. All right, guys, we're getting to the end of it here, and thank you so much for all your support and continuing to watch and support. And if you missed it, like I said, man, this is our first show on the Buffalo Fan Base Network, and we couldn't be more excited, and I'm proud to be a part of this great network, and sponsored by the one and only 26 Shirts, man, and that is an honor in itself to us. Also, before we do our wild card weekend picks, we're gonna get into who won the regular season pick'em, Fandemonium Pick'ems records here. And I just can't wait. I'm full of excitement. Before we get too far into that, thank you guys. And don't forget that we are doing pre-orders for this Do It for DeMar shirt. If we hit 20, we'll order them. And then you guys can hit us up. Just DM us with your size and how many you want. And we'll figure out the money and all that stuff later.
I'll keep a list who sends us that DM or PM, and then if we hit 20, then I will contact you guys with my Venmo information. $15 a shirt, $17 for anything that's 2X or bigger. Right, Swank?
Yeah, $2 more for 2X or bigger. Yep. So
and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, absolutely. But we appreciate all you guys. So right here, Frank Mullen says I want 4. Booyah. We'll go back to the comments too. We're gonna have to, and we'll just hit people up. So the beginning of the season, for the last 2 years, we have done pick'ems, straight money line, win-loss, no spread, nothing. And we decided this year that to the winner goes 2 specialty 4-packs, 1 from each of the other losing members, to the victor, whoever that might be. And if you look to this graphic, right over here, you can see it in the basement, but with a winning record, a respectable 54-40, Mr. Jarrod Reed.
That's his punishment, guys. Surprise! His punishment for losing was not having a mic or headphones.
We're taking all of his gear. Now, with a 4-game improvement upon that, 58-36, up here, Mr. Scooter Magooter.
I'll take it.
And
I'll take it.
for anybody who took my picks, put them in some sort of savings account, and then just bet your whole mortgage on it, 67-27, which is absolutely an all-time ridiculous high. You will never see me do any better than any of this, and I don't even remember who I picked. So, but 67-27, I can't wait to taste these very delicious IPAs, and you know what, you dudes come over and we'll just split them because it'll be a great time. Regardless, we'll celebrate these Bills and this great season. Mike V says Jarrod was trying to make that comeback. Dude,
yep.
You did. You were like 500 for part of. You were less than 500, weren't you, for part of the season? I mean, we picked 94 games. That's insane. You know, like an average of like five, 6 a week. Like,
well, the thing is, we didn't pick blowouts either. It wasn't like we were picking heavy-sided games. We picked pretty even games, toilet bowl games. You know, so we did. I'm gonna give ourselves credit, guys. All three of us had winning records in this case. So,
well, yeah, for sure.
Good job.
For sure. Well, and yeah, we didn't pick the obvious games. That's not any fun.
Nope.
You know? None of us picked against the Bills this year, so that was an automatic 13, right? Like, so that was good. But here we go. WildCard weekend. Man, I can't believe it. I can't believe the regular season's already over. And I love you guys right here in this goddamn live stream. It's been a great season, and I hope we go the whole way. I hope we're doing this for another 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
You ain't kidding, my friend.
What do you guys want to do? All the games? There's only 6.
Do them up.
All right.
Let's rapid fire them. Damn.
Rapid fire. All right, here we go. Seahawks, 49ers.
Niners. Love Geno Smith's story. Love the fact that Geno Smith has the franchise record for passing yards with all this credibility that Wilson was getting and getting traded to Denver. Geno Smith owns the franchise record for most passing yards for Seattle, but they're not going to cut it.
No. What do you got, Jarrod?
I got Geno Smith.
Oh, you going Seahawks? All right, I like it.
Wow, there it is. Okay, now you know why his record. Now you know why his record was what it was.
We got Chargers at Jaguars.
Oh man, that's going to be a good matchup. Good matchup. I like what Trevor Lawrence is doing. I like how the offense is looking. I think we play the Jaguars next year, which is going to be a tough matchup. But I got to give the Chargers the edge on this one.
You want to go? Or you want me to go?
I'm going Jacksonville. I think they're going to just remain hot and beat up on. I think the Chargers are kind of suffering a little bit. They lost a receiver this weekend. It's going to be tough going for them, but Jacksonville.
They are banged up.
I'm going Jacksonville as well. I believe in the Jags, man. I think they're getting hot at the right time. I don't think they make it out of this round, but I think they're going to win this game. The Chargers, man, they're classic. Just they'll make it to this position and they'll lose every single time. So let's see. Josh Cook says Chargers. Mike V says Chargers. Frank Mullen, Herbert is too much. Chargers. I like it. Let's see. We already got our Dolphins, Bills picks, blowout, Giants, Vikings. In my toilet bowl wild card pick, man, I hate both of these teams. Like, can I go first on this?
Do it up.
Dable cries Vikings in like the most boring wild card game I've ever seen. I think Kirk Cousins just you see him slowly like start to lose his shit, and they just squeak it out in the end. No team's gonna have over 20 points. That's where I'm at with this.
Well, they Vikings beat them 27-24 on Christmas Eve.
Oh, did they? Oh, great.
Yeah, they did. They already played. Vikings got the best of them. I think the Vikings are going to continue. So I'm going with a close game. 2017. I'm with you, Swank.
Hell yeah. What do you think, buddy?
Both teams are crappy. They're the second best record in the NFC. I got the Giants actually upsetting them. And that's as far as they're going to go is that win.
You know what? I swear to God, if you don't get a new microphone by Tuesday. Also, I can't believe you're rooting for Dable. Shame on you. Shame. Ravens at Bengals. What a game. What a game that is, man.
Here's the thing, Swank. They just played each other and the Bengals killed them, but the Ravens did post a little bit of a comeback.
Lamar.
I'm not picking the obvious here. If Lamar plays, I think Ravens win. Mm. I'm only saying that too because I don't want any of this home field advantage kind of thing taken. The Bills will be playing the Bengals if the Bengals win. The Bills, I don't want the Bills to play Bengals yet. I think they're tough. I think they're on a roll. I think they're hot.
I feel you. So just to clarify this too, there was a scenario where the Bengals could have been in the mix for a neutral site thing. The only scenario where there's a neutral site is if the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills are in the AFC Championship.
That's the only one now. Okay.
Just to clarify that. Okay. Because I thought that's where you were going, but then you went a different direction. But I just thought that would be good for everybody to know. Yep. I say the Bengals are going to win. I say that thinking, God, I don't want that to happen. I'd literally rather play any of these teams. But here's the deal. The story would be amazing. The Bills beat the Dolphins. The Bengals come into Buffalo. They play the game everybody wanted them to play. And the Bills are in a great spot. And, you know, it would be great TV. And, man, that'd be a hard game. But I got to go Bengals.
Yeah.
I'm going Baltimore. With these two teams, I know I'm going Baltimore because I don't want to face Cincinnati because they're tough. With Cincinnati, though, like I alluded to earlier, for the first quarter of that game, they were very physical with the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this past weekend with the Patriots, our Buffalo Bills were very physical with them. So now if they have to meet up again 2 weeks from now, I think the Bills will be ready. I don't care who the Bills face. They're ready for this. And if it has to be Cincinnati, I think they're going to match the physicality of it. And, you know, I don't want to play Cincinnati because they're tough. I'd rather face Baltimore. That's why I'm rooting for Baltimore. Mm-hmm. But if we have to face Cincinnati, I think we're ready.
Here's the rub, man. If the Ravens win, are they the 7th? They're not the 7th. Are they the 6th? Huh?
We won't play Baltimore. Kansas City will, I think.
Yeah, Kansas City will get that one. Well, if the Jaguars win and Baltimore wins.
If the Jaguars win, we play the Jags.
Well, it depends. If Jaguars and Ravens win, Kansas City will play the Jaguars because they're the 7th.
No, the Jaguars are 4th.
Oh, okay, because they did win a division. Yes. You're right. We would play the Jaguars.
Yeah, so if the Jags win and the Ravens win and we win, we play the Jaguars. I like that a lot better. I'm not scared of anybody, but Jaguars, Ravens, I'd mess with that. I think the Ravens would give the Bengals the hardest time because they see each other all the time. And I also think if Lamar comes back this week, then there's a possibility. He's had their number before. I mean, and he's an amazing player. If he can stay healthy for 4 quarters and help a brother out, great.
Right.
But I'd much rather see Trevor Lawrence come into Buffalo than Joe Burrow. I'll say
right.
That.
So if the Ravens win, we do see the Chargers or the Jaguars, whoever wins that game.
There you go.
Yep. All right, we got one last game, Cowboys at Buccaneers. Who cares? Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys. I think it's ridiculous that such a piss-poor record can host a playoff game, but it is what it is. It's the NFL. Cowboys, they look bad this past week, but Cowboys. Yep. Get Brady out of it. I don't even want him to win another playoff game. Just get him out of it.
But do the Cowboys deserve to be where they are?
I think they deserve it more than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I'd rather see Dak. I mean, but I don't want to see either of these teams pass this round. Neither of them, and I don't think you will, to be honest. But yeah, I'll go Cowboys.
I'm going to go with the Bucks. Only because it's Brady in the playoffs.
All right. Well, there you have it, man. Pick'ems with the 24/7 BF crew on the K-Gun Report, Season 3, Episode 42. End of the regular season. Sitting here with all of our friends. Thank you guys so much for contributing and interacting and supporting. Frank Mullen, anyone going on a limb for a Super Bowl matchup? Let's do that quick.
Buffalo versus San Francisco 49ers.
What is it?
Buffalo versus the Niners, even though I picked Seattle.
What do you think, Scott?
Chris Berman style.
I've got a matchup that the nation can't handle. Bills versus Eagles.
Ooh, that's so damn tempting.
Philadelphia and Buffalo are going to be torn up, just so you know.
I'd love it. Mike V says Bills Vikings. Someone finally gets a ring.
I like that thought process.
I'll tell you what, man. If the Bills meet the Vikings in the Super Bowl, you're not getting what you got a couple weeks ago.
No doubt.
I think I would welcome that matchup, to be honest.
Yep. Same here.
But I think I said it a couple weeks ago, a couple shows ago, a month ago, whatever it was. The funnest one to me would be Bills Niners. But right there, just for, old time 90s sake, I think it would be great.
Chris Berman always wanted that matchup.
I think the best game, being a Bills fan, if you really want to just be on the edge of your seat the whole night, because why wouldn't you want to be, just worrying and chewing your nails and drinking excessively all night? Bills Eagles, absolutely. I think that's one of those games that's just and I think Hurts is great, inexperienced. I don't know what happens when he gets to the big stage. I think Josh Allen's already proven himself up there. So I know Super Bowl is different, but he's been everywhere but, Yeah. What do you think, Jarrod?
I'm going to add one more thing to this whole scenario. First of all, it's one game at a time. And if we get to the Super Bowl and we're going to win this baby, what better way to either beat the Giants or the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl?
Or, Jarrod, you do what Josh Cook said and have them play the AFC or NFC East Eagles, the only team they haven't seen in the Super Bowl from the NFC East, and win that one.
Okay. Let's start it out now. Let's beat the Giants first, then we'll beat the Cowboys too.
There you go.
The Giants aren't going to sniff this. You can cut this right into one of these reels or whatever you want to put it in. The Giant Dable is not lighting a cigar. He's not high-fiving Giants fans. The New York Post is going to have a face of him on the front cover and they're going to be like, what do we do with Dable? But I don't want him anywhere near it. I really don't.
Nope.
But I'll take that Super Bowl 100%. I would take that, especially with the Bills' run D. All they got Saquon and a couple little gadgety plays that we all know because he was here for 4 years.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's see here. Paulette says Bills Eagles. Mike V 0-4 against the NFC East. I'm not trying to play any NFC East in the big dance. I like that. AFC Championship seems like the real Super Bowl this year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Cook, run it back. Go 4-0 Giants. Commanders. Double Cowboys. Sure. I'll go 4 straight. Why not? All right, guys. We're going to run our final thoughts here, and we're going to get out of your hair. It's 9:26. Thank you guys so much. Scott, what do you got for us?
With the emotions that came in these last 2 weeks, we came out and won a game last week, a division rival, and it secured our second seed. I'm going off of what I said earlier. Just keep the prayers going. DeMar is still in the hospital, still needs tests done, still needs all that. Need to figure out what happened. I think it's none of our business, but I think we still want to know what exactly happened. I know Rob Mullen has a great article out there regarding that commotous injury. I'm not saying that's what it is, but if you want a good read that. But it could be anything, and they're narrowing things down, and hope for the best for DeMar. Pray for him, and God willing, he could play again. That's a long stretch, but man, this guy, he knows football. He played in high school. He went up through college. He loves the sport. He was a 24-year-old having the time of his life and it was taken away just like that. Hope, pray for a speedy recovery and that he can play again. And I don't have much to say about any stats or anything like that, but I'm hoping that he's on the Megatron this week. I'd love to see it. But DeMar, just keep getting healthy. Keep doing what you got to do to make yourself better. And Buffalo, just do it for DeMar. All the shit that we've been through, or you guys have been through. We live in upstate New York. All the shit you've been through this last 9, 10, 11 months. We need to do it for Buffalo too. So go Bills. Let's win this first playoff game. And we'll talk to you guys on Sunday sessions. Let's talk Sunday sessions at 11:30 with Swank, myself, and Ryan Thomas from Thomas Take Sport Podcast.
Yeah.
It's our pregame show, guys. You love our pregame show. We talk about final thoughts and actives and inactives. Let's go, Buffalo. Do it.
That's right. I love it. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy season, and I played sports since I was 5 years old, and this world is a better place because of sports, and that's what it comes down to. The NFL and rooting for these teams and these players. It's just a game at the end of the day. But you got to look past the game with the players that are actually doing it. Look to the players because they have stories too, and they're people, and it's an amazing thing. Playoff time. It's a different season now. These players are going to come in check. The playbooks are going to be different. These coaches are looking for schemes that are going to be perfection, and it's going to be an awesome time to watch. So enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Live in the moment. If you guys are looking for stickers, right here, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, Big Boot Babyface Bass stickers. We have those. Just message us, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, on our Facebook page. We will send these babies out to you for free. I know we've already gotten some messages. We are coming up with the Do It for DeMar stickers. We will send those out too. Just send us, your address and where it's going, and we'll send them out. Cheer loud. This is a good time of the year. Go Bills. Let's hope for a romping of the Dolphins so we can go into the next week. And these guys will see it Sunday, and I'll hopefully see you guys next Tuesday to talk about our victory and who we're playing next. Go Bills.
Damn. That was good, Jerry. You did a nice job with that. Guys, I say it almost every week. Be very mindful and thankful for where you are right now. We went through a long stretch where we were not going to the playoffs on a regular basis. We did not have a quarterback. We did not have a defense. We did not have an offense. There was a lot to love and not a lot to cheer for. So just take in these moments, man, because here we are. We're going in to another playoff game, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Big up to the medical staff in Buffalo, and I'm so glad that our boy DeMar is home. It's crazy. It's like something that you don't really think about, and I'm glad. I'm glad it's all working out, and I hope he continues to progress. Don't forget, Do It for DeMar. If you want one of these T-shirts, DM us your size, and we'll figure out. We have Venmo and Cash App and all that stuff.
Yep.
$15. If 2X are larger, add another $2, so 17, and we get to 20 pre-orders, and we'll put the order in, and we'll get them out to you, hopefully before the Super Bowl. And thank you guys so much for all the support and love. We are so grateful to be in the position that we are now, to be part of Buffalo fan base.
Hell yeah!
It's just an honor, and we work really hard at what we do, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys supporting us. So thank you ever so much, and don't forget to check out 26 shirts. You know what I mean? Like, it's an amazing company. Del Reed started it. The Don of Bills Mafia. I mean, go check it out. All the shirts that they create go towards charity, a different charity every shirt, and they're awesome people, and they've welcomed us into the Buffalo fan base with open arms, and like I said, man, we couldn't be prouder. So with that being said, Like, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. Don't forget to check in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the K-Gun Report. Go Bills.
Love it. Sunday sessions, 11:30 on Sunday. Go Bills.
If you're there Sunday, cheer loud. Go Bills.
Go Bills!
This is a dangerous group.